Cheers.
Yeah.
Show hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the motto for Cheers? You want to go to a place where everybody knows your name,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yep.
Right,
Not
right.
me, I like to be around strangers. I feel more relaxed, and there's a reason for it. So it's just kind of a timing thing. I feel more relaxed around strangers because I just got out on parole. So nobody's scared, right? Okay, so I scared my family. So the good news is, right before I came out here, I was able to cut off the ankle monitor and I flushed it down the toilet. So you can send me the bill. Okay?
Okay.
So what I want to do, I want to share with you my parole story. Okay. So this happened
Don't give
about 3 months ago. Saturday night, I was at Pete's Coffee. Been there for several hours, and I ended up closing the place down. The manager came up to me, said, "Sir, you're going to have to leave. It's 10 p.m." So I had been there for several hours doing some heavy drinking. I had French roast, Italian roast, espresso roast. I had light roast, medium roast, dark roast, you name it, I had it, right? So show of hands, how many had one of those times in your life where everything hits you all at once? Shall we? Okay, so first of all, this nice manager said it's 10 p.m. So right off the bat, it's 2 hours past my bedtime. Okay, I'm wide awake, 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and I've just had about 18 cups of coffee and 12 shots of espresso. I've been doing some heavy drinking. So I thought, okay, yeah, it's probably time for me to leave. So I go out, I get my car, I make it about 2 blocks down the road. I see a flashing red light in the rearview mirror. Got pulled over by the police. So I showed him my ID, and this guy was really serious. He said, "I'm going to have to ask you to exit the vehicle." And I thought, well, he could have said, "Why don't you get your behind out of the car?" But he said, "I want you to exit the vehicle." So he looked at me and he said, "I was watching your driving and you're showing signs of erratic behavior." I thought I was in 8th grade, right? So he looked at me and said, "I'm going to have to ask you to do something for me." So he points down to the white line that separates the bike lane from the road, and he said, "I want you to moonwalk the white line." Okay, so I was a little bit scared at first. I thought, I used to break it down once in a while. I still get out there. I can do this, right? Well, I'll tell you what, guys, after 18 cups of coffee and 12 shots of espresso, it wasn't good. So he said, "Okay, I got another chance for you." And this guy was really serious. He looked at me and said, "I want you to sing the national anthem." Okay, that's when I went from bad to worse. Okay, I can't sing it. My life depended on it. And I didn't know maybe half the words. So he said, "I'm going to have to issue a citation for a DUI/TC, driving under the influence of too much coffee." And I'm thinking in my mind, I thought, wow, this is just kind of how my luck has been lately. And he looked at me and said, "You're the first person, not just in California, but in the entire United States to get a citation for this." And so I thought it'd be cool. I said, "Yeah, bro, man, that's just how I roll." It didn't work. Went back to his car, and he's writing up the ticket. So something else hit me. I thought, man, I really need to get something to eat. I still got to go home. Comes back with a ticket. I thank him. And I looked at him with a serious look, and I said, "Man, I got to get something to eat before I go home. Can you tell me where the nearest Krispy Kreme shop is?" Okay, bad idea. Bad idea. He took me downtown. I had to stand in front of the judge the next day. So not only did he give me 3 months parole, but he said, "I'm going to give you 20 hours community service." So I thought, okay, if I'm going to do that, I may as well do something fun. So I said, I'll go work at Krispy Kreme. During my first hour on the job, I consumed a dozen glazed donuts and 13 cups of coffee. Had to have my stomach pumped. I had a nervous breakdown. But I lived to tell about it. I'm standing in front of you now, right? So about a week after that, I realized on a total fluke that I had been sleepwalking. I had no idea. Somehow I ended up back down at that same Krispy Kreme. I just ordered 6 dozen glazed donuts I couldn't pay for. So it's good. So I'm going to change up now with something that kind of a delicate subject, but we're all faced with it. I'm going to talk about getting old. Sorry, guys, but if you find a way to avoid it, let me know. So rules change, things that you do when you get old. You can't do the same stuff, and you kind of have to do things differently. So I like to use example for me, dancing. Okay. Got into dancing at a young age, 8th grade. I'll paint the picture. Christ the King Elementary School, Pleasant Hill, California. Dancing, and that's when they had a thing called a record album that you put on a turntable. Okay, so I'm aging myself. And the soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever. I won a dance contest. I didn't know it was going to be happening. So got into high school and started doing a little break dancing, a little more challenging, a little more adrenaline. Well, now at my age, I call it break dancing because I know if I try it, I'm probably going to break something in the process. And there's different sayings, right, for dancing. I'd say, "Hey, man, I'm going to go bust a move." So I've been known to bust furniture and body parts if I try it. And then I like this one, like, getting down, right? Before I get down, I got to make sure one of two things is going to happen. Either A, I can get back up, or B, I have friends close by to help me get up. So it's good. And another thing I learned about myself getting older, sometimes I find that Doesn't happen often, but I find that I have too much time on my hands. And so I like to give an example. Again, doesn't happen often, but lately I just discovered that I need to get some new hair gel, right? And I could bounce a quarter off my head and shatter your window. But anyway, so I thought, okay, I could just Google and say, what's the best men's hair gel, right? No, I came up with my own idea to test out men's hair gel. So I went down to Target, bought 3 products, got home, put them on the kitchen table. The test is called the 65-mile-an-hour wind uplift test. Okay, I'm going to share it with you. Got the 3 products on my table, did all 3 products. Okay, first I style my hair. I get in my car, I get on Highway 4, I get going 65 miles an hour. Now, if you guys know Highway 4, the only time you can do it is at 2 a.m. Okay, so it's 2 a.m., I just styled my hair, I get going 65 miles an hour, I roll my window down, stick my head out the window for 10 minutes. Okay? At the end of 10 minutes, if my hairstyle is still intact, the product passes the test. Good news and bad news, okay? I found a product that works. The bad news is 3 products, 3 reckless driving tickets, cost me $600. So, a disclaimer, right? Don't do this alone. Okay, I'm the only one in the car. Okay, after 10 minutes, I got bugs in my eyes, I got bugs in my ears, I got bugs all over the place. So, some of you guys are thinking, like this young man here, you're thinking, I need to try this, I need a new hair product, right? Call me. For the guys, I drive for you, I charge you $12.50 an hour. Okay, Christine, she's thinking the Aquanet's just not cutting it anymore.
I know, right? See,
okay, call me for the ladies, 50 cents an hour.
Oh,
okay,
see?
and $12.50. It's still a good deal. You're not going to get the reckless driving tickets. Okay. So another thing, you guys doing okay?
Yes.
Okay, so another thing about getting old. How about exercise? You ever struggle in the area of exercise? Show hands. Okay. So you ever get those things in the mail, free membership at your local gym, right? I always throw them right in the garbage. Lately I thought, okay, I got to try it. I got to do this thing. So I thought, okay, if I can make it feel like I'm at home when I'm at the gym, I'll go more often, right? I'll feel more motivated, right? So here's what I did. I went down there, picked out a treadmill right in front of the TV, put on Cron 4 News because I got to have Cron 4 on. But the couple keys, before I went, I gathered up a week's worth of laundry. Okay, so I got there, I covered the whole thing with a week's worth of laundry. Because do you agree, if you have exercise equipment at home, don't you put laundry on it? Okay, that's what I do. So that's happened. I got a week's worth of laundry. But on the way down, here's the other thing. I stopped at Krispy Kreme, got 2 donuts. Okay, I got 2. And then I went to Starbucks. I got an extra tall, double, triple mocha cappuccino frappuccino with extra fat and extra whip. Okay, so I turned on the treadmill, and I'm thinking, I'm feeling pretty ambitious. I'm 1 mile an hour, something like that, 2 miles an hour. So took me about 5 minutes to finish the donuts and the drink, right? So I looked down, I had just burned 5 calories and went quarter of a mile. And I thought, hey, I'm good. I haven't been back since then. That's good. So another thing, as we're getting older, how about you struggle in the area of, you're going to need medicine. Boy, I was hurting that day after that 5 minutes. I needed some motion, right? So I love these commercials that you see on TV for the new medicine, right? But I know it's too much information, a little gas lately, having a little problem. So watching TV the other night, commercial comes on for this new, medicine for gas. And I thought, okay, it treats the symptoms really quickly, fast acting, everything sounds great. Then they get to the end, right? The list of potential side effects might include, but definitely are not limited to the following: difficulty living, breathing, sitting, standing, walking, talking, eating, driving, sleeping, having fun, drinking coffee. I wrote down the name of it. The next day I said, Doc, you got to give me this stuff. I love it. I said, give me a prescription for that. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up here for some food for thought, right? It's a penny for your thought, but you have to put your 2 cents in. So that means somebody's making a penny. And I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning going, who is this person that's making the penny? And how long has this been going on? Are they retired? Okay. A few people, enjoy an adult beverage. No, that's good. Let's make it home safe. I always say if you must drink and drive, drink coffee. Number 3, this is really important. Friends, don't let friends drink Colombian. Truck stop coffee, right? Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up, but I need 2 ladies to come up and stand with me. I will not embarrass you. I won't ask you to do anything, but just I need 1 lady on each side. And that's all you need to do. I won't embarrass you. Okay?
Maybe you hold that.
Go ahead.
Well, hey, however, more the merrier.
Come on, Tracy. Go ahead, Tracy.
So just put your hand on my
Come on,
shoulder.
somebody.
Put your hand on my shoulder. Just look pretty. So, how many of you have seen the Dos Equis commercial, right? The most interesting man in the world.
That's right.
Okay, so I made my own version of it. Okay, so it goes like this. I don't drink shots all the time, but when I do, I choose espresso. Stay awake, my friends. Stay awake. Hey, let's thank these ladies, right? So just to wrap, I always say, you know, it's a good day if you can have a few laughs. I think we had a few laughs tonight. And for you guys that truly did laugh, meet me in the back after. I'll pay you the $20 we talked about.